Good morning everyone, welcome to the session, welcome to the class and welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, that is the BYJU'S Exam Prep. Very good morning everyone. Good morning Tushar, Satya, Shri, Venkatramna, Ginyama. Very good morning all. Quickly keep joining and also update your friends that the session is live. Right, the session to cover up all concepts and the variety of questions of probability distributions, a topic which for every branch produces the question almost every year. Okay, you can just count on this topic. Yes, there is a question probably of 2 marks going to come up from the probability distribution in the engineering mathematics session. Right, good morning Ravi, very good morning. Also quickly join and also share the session to all your friends so that everybody can be updated about the session very quickly. Good morning Shreya, good morning Traveling Dreamer. All right, come on. Good morning Akhila, good morning Girish. So anyways, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Let's get started with this session covering up the probability distribution questions. Okay, here it is. So before we start up, a brief intro about me in case somebody new to my classes. This is your mentor and educator Rakesh, and I have secured all India rank 9th in the GATE examination, completed my masters from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and these are my major area of expertise that I have been dealing for more than 12 years now. Right. Now guys, first question on your screen, here it is straightforward. The first question on your screen, a random variable x has the following probability distribution. A random variable x has the following probability distribution. What is the probability that 3 less than x less than equal to 6? Now guys, the first expected and common type of question, but here the problem is the probability distribution is given in the form of an unknown, that is k. Now this is a discrete random variable because it is only taking some specific values. It is not taking all values between 0 to 6. If it takes on all values, integer, non-integer, decimal, 0.1, 0.001, everything, if it takes between 0 to 6, then it is continuous. But here it is a discrete random variable, and for discrete random variable, the probability function that you define is commonly known as the PMF, right? Here x is the discrete random variable. Okay, so very slightly we'll keep discussing the basics and the basic theory as well. Okay, and here we have the PMF, guys. What is the PMF? PMF is known as the probability mass function. For discrete, the probability distribution comes as the probability mass function. What is the meaning of probability mass function? So when I say there is the probability mass function P of x as given here, it simply means that it is equal to probability that the random variable x, okay, sorry, let this be capital X actually. This should be the capital X because small x is the name of the variable. So this simply means that the random variable x takes the value small x, right? This is the random variable and this is the value it takes. Okay. But at the same time, since it is PMF, it is telling you the probability of every value. It is telling you the probability of every mass of x. That is why we call it as PMF, probability of every mass of the random variable. But eventually sum of all probability is 0. So whenever there is a question on the PMF, one very simple thing that you can always apply is, one very simple and common thing that you can always apply is, number one, since it is the probability value, since it is directly a probability value, it has to be between 0 and 1, right? And number two, summation of PMF for all the values of x, summation of all probability, summation of PMF for all the values of x is always equal to 1, right? So this is a very common criteria onto which questions are made out of the PMF, right? Okay, you just keep watching the session. I'll share you the PDF, right? Don't worry, I'll share you the PDF. You have to just concentrate and keep solving the question, and every possible case and everything that you need to know about PMF, PDF, both the cases and all special distributions like binomial, normal and everything will be there in the session. Just focus and stay tuned. Just focus, stay tuned. Okay, and do not forget to like the session. Let's be very enthusiastic and positive in the morning. So sum of PMF is equal to 1. Using that property, you will be able to get the value of k. You will be able to get the value of the k. So summation of PMF equal to 1 apply kiya. So we have k plus 3k plus 5k 7, 9, all, it's 7, 9, 13 is equal to 1. Sum of this is equal to 1, right? And actually we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Achha, nahi, 11 nahi hai na? 11 is also there. Sorry, I have missed that. Right. So we have sum of first 7 odd numbers. It's going to be 7 square. You can add. You're going to get this as 49k. You can add yourself. This is 49k, right? Or you can also apply the technique. Summation of first 7 odd numbers, odd natural numbers. It is given by n square, right? So k becomes 1 upon 49. Ye to ho gaya k. The direct question can also be find the value of k. Now they ask what the probability that 3 less than x less than equal to k. That means 3 is less than x. 3 is not inclusive, but 6 is inclusive. 6 is inclusive, right? So this should be equal to the probability of 4, right? Excluding 3. Okay, then probability of 5 and probability of 6, right? In तीनों को add किया तो it is 9k plus 11k, 20 plus 33k. 20 plus 13, 33k. So answer should be 33k, but options are in the form of perfect values, not any k. So k we have calculated as 49. So this becomes the 33 is divided by 49, and hence your answer is C. The first fundamental, okay, where the questions are expected is done for you. That is the PMF. And let's see some more variety here. Is it it? Done hai ji? Okay, so summation of PMF equal to 1 will give you the value of k. Sometimes question can only be up to this, find the value of k, or otherwise find some given probability. Okay, that we have calculated. Next question number 2 is here on your screen. Let x be a random variable with the following probability distribution. Again, you are able to see that x can take only specific values, that is -3, 6 and 9. X can take the specific value, that is -3, 6 and 9. Okay. That means it is discrete. It cannot take all values between -3 and 9. It is a discrete random variable again. Okay, and because it is discrete, its probability distribution is known as what distribution? It is known as the PMF function. Again, PMF is given to you. This time it is clearly specified. And you can check once again. 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. Right, 1/6 plus 1 by 3 will be half, plus half will be 1. It is always, has to be true. Find the mean and variance. So next important question is find the mean and variance of this distribution. Find the mean and variance of this distribution. ठीक है, ध्यान से समझते हैं इसको. Find the mean and variance of this distribution. Now, everybody. Okay, how do you calculate the mean and variance? Let us first generalize this formula and then let's go for the question. So when I want to recollect the formula for mean, right, or also known as the average, right, or also known as the expected value. Chalo, ek kaam karte hain. Let me write down all the formulas here separately. Mean or the average value, or also known as the expected value. This is what you expect from the random variable, or expected value is given by the formula. E of x or mu x. Okay, mean of x, right? It is given by the formula mu x, that is the mean of x or the expected value of x, and it is given by the formula summation of x into PMF, right? For all values of x, summation of x into PMF, every value of x multiplied by its respective probability. Every value of x multiplied by its respective probability. ठीक है जी? This is what is the mu x or expected value of x. Okay. Now let's complete this calculation first. So what is the mean here? What should be the mean for this question? As I told you, it is summation of x into PMF. So what you are required to do, every value that is x multiplied by its probability P of x. So the first value dear is -3 multiplied by 1 by 6. Second value is 6 multiplied by probability half. 9 multiplied by probability. So correspondingly, the values are to be multiplied and then this added, right? Good morning, Payash. Okay, so this is -3 by 6. So -1 by 2 plus 6 by 2, 3 plus 9 by 3, 3. So this is 3, 3, 6, 6 and minus half. So it should be 5.5 or 11 by 2. Okay, 11 by 2. This is the mean value. Simple. This is the mean value. Now next is variance. Now before going to variance, okay, variance का direct formula भी apply कर सकते हैं, but usually before going to variance, let us calculate the E of x square. The E of x square, which is also known as mean square value, which is also known as the mean square value. E operator means expected operator. Expected bole to mean. So mean of what? Mean of squares. Mean of squares, mean square value. And here the mean square value is given by the formula summation of x square into PMF. This one is given by the formula summation of x square into the PMF. Okay. Expected value of x square is given by the formula summation of x square into PMF, right? So if I want to generalize this, we also have the formula in general for the nth moment of the random variable, and nth moment is given by expected value of x power n. Expected value of x ki power n is summation x ki power n into PMF. Summation x ki power n into the PMF, right? Into the PMF. Any doubt, keep asking me. I hope it's all getting rectified here. Okay, so now why I have written mean square value here? Question is asking variance. So now let me first define the variance also. Okay, ji, so what should be the variance? Let me also define the variance here for you. Variance की बात करेंगे, right? So variance of x, which is the average deviation of a value, average deviation of a variable from its mean, x minus mu x whole square का average, x minus ex whole square का average, right? Okay, this is the basic definition, but how do you calculate variance? You can calculate variance by an identity which I am writing, very important. Directly this identity sometimes they ask in the question. It is the expected value of x square minus expected value of x ka whole square. Mean square value minus square of mean. Mean square value minus the square of the mean. Minus the square of the mean. This one is the important identity. Now let's come for the calculations of the given question. Okay, mean is already calculated. What else I will calculate it, sir? I will calculate the mean square value first of all, E of x square. Let me calculate the mean square value, E of x square. So what is going to be the mean square value? Summation x square into PMF. Now this time only difference is every value to be squared and multiplied by respective probability. So minus 3 square into 1 by 6. Next is 6 square into 1 by 2. Next is 9 square into 1 by 3. Right. Okay, this is 3 square, 9 by 6, that is 3 by 2, plus 6 square, 36 by 2, 18, right, and this becomes 27, correct. So it is actually equal to the 45, 93 by 2, 45 into 2 plus 6, this is 93 by 2, correct. This should be the 93 by 2, keep checking the value. So finally, dear, what is going to be the variance? Let us calculate here. What is going to be the variance? It is the mean square value minus the square of the mean. Minus the square of the mean. So this becomes 186 and this is 121. The difference of them is perfect. 65 by 4 is what is the answer you are giving me. Correct, ji? Correct. Yes, which subject you are talking about, Nani? Yes. So yes, here we have some of you already given the answer. That is a 65 by 4 in the comment box, correct? Chalo, let's move ahead then to the next question. Let's move ahead to the next question. Okay, so with this mean variance identities are also revised here. Good morning, Raghu. Coming to the third question, which I have put as a MSQ question. The third question, which is actually a MSQ question here, right? MSQ question. It's almost similar, Raghu. Okay. Let X denote the number of hours you study during a randomly selected day. The probability that X can take the value X has the following form. Okay, that means the different probabilities are given to you, right? The probability of X when X is equal to 0 is 0.1. The probability of X when it is 1 or 2, it is either kx. So, matlab probability of every value is given to you, right? X is the number of hours you study. So, you study either 0 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour or 4 hour. These are the values of X, right? Again, it's a discrete random variable. Okay, this discrete random variable and its PMF is given to you, right? This is the PMF again mentioned. Okay, which of the following is or all true? Multiple select question. One or more than one options can be correct. One or more than one options can be correct here. So let's figure out the question now. The value of k. How do you find the value of k? Just by adding all the probability. See, if you want, you can also put this in your familiar form. That is the tabular form. X and px. ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 5 values given. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0.1 and then kx. 0.1 then kx. X का value 1 है तो k into 1. Next is kx again तो 2k. Next is k 5 minus x into k. So 5 minus 3 2. So this is also 2k. Last is again 5 minus 4. That is again k. This is the PMF. This is the PMF. I have put it into tabular form. Now tell me what is the value of k. Okay, first A option के लिए you have to just apply the fundamental of the question number 1. Summation of PMF equal to 1, dear. Summation of PMF, right? So that is 0.1 plus k plus 2k plus 2k plus k is equal to 1, right? Is equal to the 1. So this is equal to how much? 6, and this is 6k is equal to 0.9 and k is equal to then 0.15. The value of k is 0.15. Yes, sir. Looks good. Looks good. This is true. Okay, this is true. Chalo. Tushar has come up with some answer. Probability you study at least 2 hours. Probability that you study at least 2 hours. So next part is the probability that you study at least 2 hours. Matlab 2 or more than 2. 2 or 3 or 4. The last is 4. You study maximum 4 hours, right? So this is equal to 2k plus 2k plus k. This is 5k. Right, this is 5k and k ka value 0.15 hai, so it is related only, and the answer should be 0.75 for this event. It should be the 0.75 for this event. Okay, so this also looks good. Okay, the probability that you don't study on a day, don't study means 0 hours. The probability, this was option number B actually, in option number C, probability that you don't study on a day, that is probability of 0 hours, that is probability of 0 is actually 0.1. That is specified. That is specified. So C is wrong. Right. C is wrong. You don't study on a day. This looks like false. Okay. Right. We have to check all because it is multiple select. Next question. Average number of hours you study. Average number of hours you study on a day. Mean value. Average value. Okay. Average value. Option number D पे आ जाते हैं, dear. Right. Average, that is the mu x, and we know the formula. It is summation x into PMF, the formula for mean of a random variable, right? So how do you calculate? It is even more simpler, right? Every value multiplied by its probability and add करते जाना है. The first is 0 into 0.1, that is not to be counted. Then you have 1 into k, then you have 2 into 2k, then you have 3 into the 2k again, and then you have the 4 into k. 4 into k. So this is total equal to k plus 4k, that is 5, then 6, 11, 11 plus 4, 15. This is looking like 15k, and 15 into 0.15, 15, 15, 250, 225, 2 decimal back, 2.25. Correct. This is 2.25. Right? Ye kitna hua? 2.25. So this looks true. This looks true. Right? And your answer for this multiple select question is A, B, and D, except C, all are correct. The answer for the multiple select question there is A, B, and D, dear. It is the A, B, D. Everybody. Right? Everybody. Correct. Good morning, Vinay. It is A, B, D. बहुत बढ़िया. ठीक है. Let's go to the next question, number 4 here. Next question, number 4 here. And a random variable x has the density function where x is between minus infinity to infinity. मतलब any value, all value from minus infinity to infinity या कोई भी एक range हो. It can take all values within the given range, means it is a continuous random variable. It can take all values within a given range. It is a continuous random variable. What is the value of k? It can take all values within the range. It is a continuous random variable. What is the value of k? Right. And since it is a continuous random variable, continuous random variables are said to have what probability distributions? It is said to have the PDF as mentioned also. Here fx, here the probability distribution, it has its PDF. Right. What are the two important points regarding to the PDF you have to remember? Okay, what are the two important points regarding to the PDF you have to remember? That PDF, let's say it is called as f of x, is always positive. Right, it is always positive since it's representing probability. Okay, probability per unit length. And then we have the second important point here is the summation to be replaced by integration. Integration of fx dx for all values of x. Right, integral minus infinity to infinity fx dx is equal to 1, or sometimes in the functional form this is also known as the area under the curve, or area under the curve is unity. Which curve? PDF curve. Area under PDF curve is always unity. Area under the PDF curve is unity. Now, this is a very important point onto which you can feel the questions in the examination. You can feel the questions in the examination. Okay. So, what do we have here? fx is k upon 1 plus x square. Isko integrate karna hai. That's it. It's a one simple problem. Okay. One simple problem we'll use here. Like in the PMF, like in the previous questions, when we want to find the value of k, we do the summation of PMF equal to 1. For continuous random variable, when you need to find some unknown k, you have to integrate. Right, or if it is a graph given, then you have to calculate the area. Right, so integral of fx dx equal to 1 से start करेंगे. Integral fx dx equal to 1. Right, so what is the integral here? Integral of k upon 1 plus x square dx. Right, from minus infinity to infinity. Number one observation that it's an even function because it is an even function. Why it is an even function? Because it is only dependent on x square. The minus of x square is plus of x square. It is an even symmetric function. And because of the even symmetry, the integration minus a to a for any value of a, integration minus a to a can be written as twice integral 0 to a. Twice integration 0 to a. Twice integration 0 to a. Okay, here it is even. Not for all functions, but it is even. That is why. Good morning, Swapnil. Okay, तो अब देख लेंगे. This is equal to 2k, right? 1 upon 1 plus x square का integral. It is tan inverse x. 1 upon integral of 1 upon 1 plus x square. That is the integration of tan inverse x. Lower limit 0, upper limit infinity, right? This is equal to 2k. Upper limit tan inverse infinity is pi by 2. Tan inverse 0 is 0. So this is pi by 2. 2 cancel. This is k pi. Right, now this integration should be equal to 1. The k pi should be equal to 1, and hence your question is solved. K should be the 1 by pi. Dear, k should be equal to the 1 by pi. Everybody, the value of k is 1 by pi. The value of k is known as 1 by pi. All okay, done. The value of k is 1 by pi. Done. Let's go ahead to the next. The value of k is 1 by pi. Chalo, cool. Next question, here it is. If x is a continuous random variable whose probability density function is given by fx is equal to k, 5x minus 2x square, for x is between 0 to 2, find the probability x less than 1. Right. Gajendra. Electrical में 555 score पे little difficult because many will be applying it. Looks difficult, Gajendra. ठीक है. चलो guys. If x is a continuous random variable whose probability density function is given to you, fx which is k, 5x minus 2x square, what is the probability x less than 1? How do you calculate this probability x less than 1 first of all? Right. Probability इसको समझते हैं. Probability of x less than 1. Now x is only between 0 to 2. So it is like probability 0 less than equal to x less than 1. X cannot be less than 1. It is in the range 0 to 2. How much is the probability that it is less than 1? So it is between 0 to 1. Now, one more important point to notice for continuous random variable, right? Whenever you need probability A less than equal to X less than equal to B, it is equal to integral A to B, whatever probability you need the probability from A to B. So integral A to B fx dx. This should be equal to the integral A to B fx dx. Okay, next point to be noted. Probability A less than X less than B is integral A to B fx dx. Achha guys, by chance, if I ask you what is the probability that X takes a specific value A, tell me. For a continuous random variable, what is the probability of any single value? What is the probability of any single value? It's always 0. Remember all key points. I'm adding all key points with every question. Probability of a single point is always 0 in case of continuous random variable. Okay. Acha. So this is the first thing to be used in the question. Or this can also be equal to or integral A to B fx dx. Again, I'm telling you, sometimes questions may be in the form of graph. Here it is fx. They can give you not the functional fx, they can give you the graph of fx. So tab kya karenge? Or this is equal to area under fx. Integration is just like area under fx for the given range, right? From A less than equal to X less than equal to B. So if you want to calculate probability from A to B, either integrate the PDF from A to B or calculate the area under PDF from A to B, depending. So यहाँ पे directly function given है, so we can go with the function analysis. But in this function, again one unknown is given. That is the K. And option doesn't involve K. Right? Option doesn't involve K. So what is the first step? So this one question is for you as a homework. Right. This one question, because similar calculations like previous question. So ये एक homework देते हैं. Already some of you have come up with the answer as well. Okay. सबसे पहले लेकिन करना क्या है इस homework में? Step number 1, you have to find the value of K. How to find the value of K? Like the previous question. Integration for all values of X. Integral fx dx is equal to 1. Right. And then step number 2. Right, step number 2, you need probability 0 less than X less than 1, and this is equal to integration 0 to 1. So once again, you will integrate fx dx, but only between 0 to 1. I hope you will be able to complete this. This is one homework. Let me call it as homework number 1. Okay, whatever few homeworks I'll give you, we will check its answer in the comment box. Okay, you can reply that in the comment box. Okay. Which one branch, Gajendra, you are in? Chalo. ठीक है. Let's move ahead. Chalo. So next, number 6. The density function of a random variable is given by fx equal to kx, 0 less than x less than 2 and 0 otherwise. What is the mean and variance? Now, joint distribution questions are, relevant for the EC. So you should not, maybe you have seen some EC PYQs. Don't worry about that. You can neglect that. Okay. Uska technique hota hai, but doubly you can just neglect that. Okay. आ जाते हैं. So the density function of a random variable, and for EC also usually they cover in communication. Okay. Thank you acceleration. They cover it under communication. देखो यहाँ पे जो है ना, if I talk about the fx versus x, fx is kx, y equal to mx, we know it's a straight line equation. Y equal to mx, now we know it's a straight line equation. So we can draw this quickly. Y equal to mx. X is between 0 to 2. The x is between 0 to 2. At x equal to 2, this should go to the 2k, right? This is y equal to mx solution, a straight line. Now, what is the value of k? Without k, we can't again calculate mean and variance. So that is why I have drawn this plot. And what is the value of k? Once again, this is graphical information. We can just equate the area equal to 1. No need for integration. You can do by integration also, but simply area aa jayega na. And area of a triangle, half into base into height. Base is 2, height is 2k. This is total equal to 1. right? And from here you get 2k equal to 1 and k is equal to half. K is equal to the half. Done. First step is k, and again then mean and variance, right? Again the mean and variance. So what is the fx here? Fx is kx, but k की जगह half रखेंगे तो fx is actually x by 2 for x between 0 से 2. For x is between 0 to 2. That's it. This is the value of the fx. This is what is the value of the fx here. Acha. Now, what is the mean and variance? Continuous random variable. Similar formulas, but you have to replace the summation by the integration. Let's have a look into the quick formulas once again. Mu x, or expected value of x, is given by the formula integral x fx dx. Integral x fx dx. Right? Integral for all values of x in general. Okay. Then you have the mean square value. Integration of x square into fx dx. Guys, all similar formula like I have taught you for discrete right now. Just replace it by. Suddenly how the voice taught you for discrete right now. Just replace it by. I think sometimes it automatically comes in between and goes away. Okay, let's wait maybe even a minute, and it's not that much also. I think sometimes it automatically comes in between and goes away. Okay, let's wait maybe even a hello. Just wait, I think अपने आप हो जाएगा. Then the nth moment formula. It is the integral of x power n fx dx. So all summation we just replaced by the integral procedure, and the variance identity that remains to be very much same. Variance is given by mean square value minus the square of mean. Mean square value minus the square of a mean, right? Minus the square of the mean. Mean square value minus the square. Okay, done. Okay. अब देखो यहाँ पे. Let us come and calculate the value of the mean. Let us come and calculate the value of the mean. Let us just come and calculate the value of mean. Mean and variance दोनों बोला है, right? So mean mu x, right? Integration x fx dx for all values of x. But here x is only between 0 to 2, so you will integrate between 0 to 2, right? X into x by 2. That is actually x square by 2. 1 by 2 is outside. X square का integral is x cube by 3. Lower limit 0, upper limit 2. Upper limit रखा 2. So that is 2 cube divided by 2 हो जाएगा 4, and then divide by 3. So mean should be 4 by 3. Everybody please check. Your values. Mean should be the 4 by 3. Then they have also asked the variance, and for the variance, yes, mean is 4 by 3 here option में. And for the variance, we have to also calculate the mean square value first of all. E of x square, and that is given by the formula integral of x square fx dx. Integration x square fx dx. Integration range here should be only 0 to 2. X square into the x by 2. Right. Again 1 by 2 outside. X cube ka integral is x power 4 by 4. Lower limit 0, upper limit 2. So 2 power 4, 16. 16 by 8, that is 2. Okay, so mean square value is equal to 2, and that is why what is the final variance value here? That is the mean square value minus the square of the mean. Right, तो ये हो गया 18 minus 16 divide by 9, and that is 2 by 9. So your variance should be the 2 by 9, 4 by 3 and 2 by 9. So your option that is correct is option number A. It is the option number A, right? Yes, Vinay. It is the correct. It is option number A. Okay, mean square values. Right. Okay. Thank you, Bhaskar sir. Welcome to the session. All right, chalo, let's move ahead, and we have the 7th question. Find the mean and variance of the random variable with the probability density function given to you. Half mod x e power minus mod x. Half mod x e power minus mod x. Come on. mean and variance of the random variable half of mod x e की power minus mod x, half of mod x e की power minus mod x. How to deal with this? Half of mod x e की power minus mod x. Formula, you have to deal it in the very similar way only. But okay, but one important point, no range of x mentioned, matlab x can take any value between minus infinity to infinity. One important point, once again, every question there is a learning here. Fx is half modulus of x e power minus modulus of x, and we know that modulus is the even symmetric function. Modulus of minus x is same as modulus of x. Modulus of minus 3 and 3 is same. Modulus of minus 10 and 10 is same. Okay, so modulus is the even symmetric function, right? And that is why f of minus x will also be f of x. So we have an even symmetric PDF here. We have an even symmetric PDF here. Dear, one important point, we can again calculate and derive by the property of integral, but अभी derive करने का time waste नहीं करते हैं. Whenever you have an even symmetric PDF, its mean is always 0. For any even symmetric PDF, the mean is always 0. Please take a note of this point. The mean is always 0. So if they are only asking the mean, the question is finished. For even symmetric PDF, it has to be 0 only. But here they are asking variance also. Again, for variance, I have to go for the mean square value. So next calculation पे आ जाते हैं. That is the mean square value, and the mean square value is e of x square. And what is the e of x square? It is integral minus infinity to infinity x square fx dx. Now one more, now simple integration techniques we'll keep applying. ध्यान देना यहाँ पे. We can derive by the integration property. Akhila derives. Let's not waste time into derivation. Okay. Right. Because the mean is integral x fx. Fx is even. I'll give you the hint orally, Akhila. Fx to even hai, but x is odd. Odd into even is an odd function. Odd into even is always an odd function. Now think about this. What is the integral minus a to a of odd function? You'll get your answer. Now here it is x square fx. Fx is also even. X square is also even. And this is like even into even, which is an even function. Even into even function is always an even function. Right? So here you have integral of even function from minus a to a. And this property we used in the last question also. Integral minus a to a is twice integral 0 to a. It is twice integral 0 to a for even function. Okay. So it is twice integral 0 to infinity x square fx dx. ठीक है? अब देखना यहाँ पे. So this is equal to twice integral 0 से infinity x square into fx. What is fx? Half mod x e power minus mod x. But dear, the limit of integration you see na, the limit of integration is 0 to infinity. The limit of integration is 0 to infinity. Positive limit. So what is mod x? What is mod x? Mod x is only equal to x. It is already positive. The limit is already positive. So what is the magnitude of x? It is same as x. What is the magnitude of plus 5? It is just 5 na. Okay, so this becomes, एक तो 2 से 2 cancel हुआ. This becomes integral 0 to infinity x square into x will become x cube, then e power minus x dx. ठीक है? What is this function? थोड़ा सा इंटीग्रेशन का टेक्निक लगेगा यहाँ पे. What is that function? Integral x cube e power minus x dx. Integral x की power n minus 1 e power minus x dx has what form? If I talk about integral e power minus x power minus 1 dx from 0 to infinity, this is known as what? This is known as the gamma function. This is known as the gamma function, gamma n. Gamma n. It is the gamma n. So here n minus 1 को 3 treat करेंगे तो n becomes 4 and this is gamma 4. This is gamma 4. अच्छा, what is the value of gamma n? The value of gamma n for integral value of n, right? For any integer n, gamma n is given by factorial n minus 1. For integral value of n, it is n minus 1 factorial, right? So ये gamma 4 है and 4 is an integer. So its value should be 3 factorial, and that is equal to the 6. That should be equal to the 6. So this can be simplified directly using the gamma function of integration. Okay, now we have the variance left. Okay, so what should be the variance? Mean square value minus square of the mean. So mean to 0 hi tha, so variance itself is 6. Variance itself is 6. Sometimes the question can be linked with some good integration techniques. Okay, so what should be the answer, dear? Answer is 0 and 6. The mean and variance 0 and 6, everybody. What is the mean and variance? It is equal to 0 and 6. And then we have the next question ready for you on your screen, number 8, right? If the probability density function of a random variable is given by, again a PDF is given, mean tak to humne solve kar liya kai baar. What is the mean, median, mode and standard deviation of this? Mean, median, mode and standard deviation of this. Standard deviation also is okay. Okay, it is also okay. Standard deviation is under root of variance, so that also you can calculate easily. Okay, let's learn here in this question how to calculate the median and mode of this distribution. When a PDF is given, how do you calculate the median and mode? Okay, one by one, let us start mean. One by one, let us start mean se start karenge sabse pehle. We will be starting with the mean first of all. Okay, mean. Integral. What is the mean? Fx is integral. यहाँ पे लिख लेते हैं. Let's write down the calculation. Mu x integral x fx dx. Integral x fx dx. So that is going to become integration of integration of x into 6x 1 minus x. X is between 0 to 1. Okay. So this is 6 outside. Okay, then it is integral of x square minus x cube dx. And this one is the 6, x cube by 3 minus x power 4 by 4, lower limit 0, upper limit 1. Okay, x is only between 0 to 1. Okay, and solving this is 6, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, that will be 1 by 12. 6 into 1 by 12, solving you will get 1 by 2. The mean is 1 by 2, right? Right? Okay. Right? With sample paper. This is not a class 12th exam, Bhumika. This is not a class 12th class. ये जो session है, this is not for class 12th. Okay, so this is 1 by 2. ये हो गया mean, that is 1 by 2. Now let us come to the median and mode. Okay. Standard deviation also you can calculate. And a standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. That thing we already know. Okay. I will give you this as homework because you have kar sakte. Let us learn the new things, that is the median and mode. Okay, so now guys, come up to the median and mode. Mean bhi aap khud nikal sakte the. You could have calculated the mean by yourself, but there is a simple reason, right? Okay, there is a simple reason we are discussing the mean here. Okay, so what is the median? Median is the value of x which divides the total area of the PDF into two parts. Okay, and the total area of PDF we know is 1. Total area of the PDF we know is 1. So mean is the value of x. Let me write down in the form of formula now, right? Such that the area up to the median and area after the median is same, and that is equal to 50-50%. That is half each. Area minus infinity to median. Let's say median is known as ME, and the area from the median to infinity should be 50% each. Divides the area into two equal halves. Okay, divides the area into two equal halves. Now writing down the area is just like integration. So integral minus infinity to ME fx dx should be equal to integration ME to infinity fx dx. and that should be both equal to 1 by 2. This is what you have to use while calculating the median of any distribution. अब let us use this first one. यहां से अगर हम यूज करें so हमारे पास जो हो जाएगा what is the fx we have? Fx is equal to 6x1 minus x square, या 6 of x minus x square, but x is between 0 to 1. Okay, so the lower limit should only start from 0. It cannot start from minus infinity, right? So integration 0 to me, 0 to me, since the random variable starts from the lower limit 0, right? Fx dx, fx is 6x minus x square dx is equal to 1 by 2, is equal to 1 by 2. That is the equation you have to solve, right? So हो जाएगा 6, x का integral is x square by 2 minus x cube का integral, minus x cube का integral is x power 4 by 4, x square, sorry, that is x square only. So x square integral is given by x cube by 3, and this is lower limit 0, upper limit me, lower limit of 0, upper limit of me, and this is equal to 1 by 2, right? Guys, equation you can solve, right? Solving, let's find a final value. Solve, you get me is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, it's a cubic equation. See, all the cubic equations are not allowed in cubic calculations. Cubic scientific calculators are not allowed in the gate. Virtual calculators cannot handle cubic equation. But this one equation I have taken just to make you understand some important thing. एक तो median निकालते कैसे? If there is a question in gate, that will be maximum up to quadratic equation. Don't worry. Okay. But one more point I want to add here after median. That is why I have taken the question. अब mode को समझते हैं, then I will add the important point. Okay. Okay. So after solving, you will get the value of median, that is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Calculations पे time waste नहीं करते हैं. And then next we have just a second. Okay, yeah, mode. Mode is the value of x for which the PDF is maximum. Okay, for which the PDF is maximum. It is the value of x for which the PDF is maximum. What is the value of x around which there is the highest probability of finding that random variable? It is always related with the highest probability or highest frequency, right? So fx कितना given है? Fx is given to you as 6x minus x square. X is between 0 to 1. What is the value of x for which the PDF is maximum? And guys, we all know for maxima we'll apply the basic calculus rules. So first I take the first derivative, it becomes 6, 1 minus 2x, and the first derivative to be equated to 0, you get x equal to half. Then this is known as the stationary point. The stationary point may be a maxima point, maybe a local minima point, maybe a local maxima point, or maybe a point of inflection. There are three cases. Second derivative से confirm करेंगे. The second derivative is 6 and minus 2. That is minus 12, and that is actually negative. So even this is a fixed value, constant है. So even if you put the value of the stationary point, the second derivative at the stationary point is negative, confirming local maxima. Confirming the local maxima, right? So what is the value of x at which the PDF is maximum? That is equal to half. That is equal to half. That is equal to half. Clear, everybody? Mode is also equal to half. Median is also equal to half. Mean was also equal to half. Standard deviation आप निकाल लेंगे, that is homework. Now, dear, one more important point with this question. For a distribution, if all three are equal, mean, median, mode, all three are equal, then such a distribution is known as what? For a distribution, when all three are equal, such a distribution is known as what? Anybody? Anybody? Then yes, the distribution is a symmetric distribution. Normal is an example of symmetric. It's not always normal. Okay, but then it is a symmetric distribution. Then it is a symmetric distribution, which is symmetric about mean, right? And vice versa. Vice versa matlab, if a distribution is symmetric about the mean, its mean, median and mode will be the same. Its mean, median and mode will be the same. This is one important point to be noted here. Okay. Achha, I'll tell you one more thing here. With respect to this function, if I tell you its graph, एक और चीज देखना है यहाँ पे. If you go and sketch the graph of this function, I'll tell you what type of graph is actually going to come. If you sketch the graph of this function, which function? The fx function. Fx, which is defined between 0 to 1, when you draw its graph, it's going to come something like this. It's going to come something like this, which was having the maxima at half. Okay, this is going to the graph, and clearly this graph is suggesting that, very clearly this graph is suggesting that the function is symmetric about its mean value. The function is symmetric about the mean value. So this is the mean, this itself is the mode, this itself is the median. Okay, this is the graph of the given PDF fx. Okay, and it is symmetric about the mean. Symmetric matlab when you cut this about the mean, left side, right side are both equal, are both identical, correct? They are both equal and identical. Done hai ji? Chalo, clear, cool. Let's go ahead with the next question. Okay, so let's go ahead with the next question. Example of this symmetric distribution. Now, very common example of this symmetric distribution is the normal distribution. वो भी हम आज study करने वाले हैं. A very common example here is the normal distribution. The very common example here is the normal distribution. ठीक है जी? Normal distribution. Let's see. We'll go to that also. Okay. We'll go to that also. Separately study करेंगे तो अभी graph नहीं बनाते. Let's go to the next question now. Number 9. Let's go to the next question now. Number 9. Okay, a MSQ question for you again. A fair coin is tossed 10 times. A coin tossed 10 times and a coin has only two outcomes. A coin has only two possible outcomes. Okay, whenever I discuss about a coin has only two outcomes. It may give you a head, it may give you a tail. There are several activities, okay, which can have only two outcomes. We call one of them as success, another one is failure. Listen to me, very important point. We call one of them as success, one of them as failure. One of them as success, one of them as failure. Now I will look into the question. Question में बात चल रहा है somewhere about heads. Probability of getting at least 2 heads. Yeah, probability is highest for 5 heads. Somehow mentality of the question is talking about heads, obtaining heads. So I will call heads as success and tail as a failure. As a failure. So whenever you do an experiment, it may result either in a success or either in a failure, and single trial of this, such a single trial is known as a Bernoulli's trial. Okay, such a single trial is a Bernoulli's trial. Right. This is what is an example of Bernoulli's trial, right? Now, n such independent events are repeated, right? N such independent trials. N such independent trials. इस क्वेश्चन में एक कॉइन टॉस किया है क्या? नहीं. The similar fair coin is tossed 10 times. Right. N such independent trials are repeated. Why it is independent here? Suppose. Why it is repeated here? Suppose the first time you get a head. Suppose I tell you first toss results in the head. What is the second? Can we say? No, we can't say. Second may be a head or tail. Suppose first two are heads. What is the third? Again, it may be a head or tail. 50-50% probability. So they are independent. Occurrence of 1 or 2 or 3 can't decide what is going to happen next. Okay. So when n such independent trials are repeated, we come to what distribution, guys? We come to what distribution? Yes, guys, it's all okay, na? It's not buffering, na? No, it's all okay. It's not buffering. Yes. We come to binomial distribution. This one is named as the binomial distribution. And the questions are not only on coin, it can be others also. I will take that others also. Have a look into this first of all. Let's look into the brief theory and then we will go to the calculations of the previous question. So a coin with the probability of head equal to P. See, probability of head is normally 1/2, we all know. But I'm telling you, the question has to be more than coins also. So let us take the probability of head. Here, probability of head means the probability of success actually is equal to P. Is tossed repeatedly and independently n times. It is done n times. Okay. And let x be the number of heads obtained. Right. Let me generalize. Let x be the number of success obtained. Let x be the number of success obtained. So how many times you can get the head or success? You have tossed the coin n times. Maybe you get 0 heads, all are tails. Maybe you get 0 heads or 1 head or 2 head or etc. Maximum n heads. Maximum up to n. Na? Such a distribution is a binomial distribution with the parameters n and p. What is the PMF? No derivation. Finally, you have to cover up many more cases. Okay. Okay, Payash. Okay. So what is the PMF of this? Probability x equal to k. Probability k heads out of n. Very simple. Probability of a single head is p. So k heads is p into p into p into p k times. Then this is the probability of tail. Rest of the times k times head आया है तो n minus k tail आएगा ना भाई k heads out of n, right? So this means k heads out of n, so k are heads and remaining n minus k are tails. Probability of tail 1 minus p into b multiplied n minus k. But where will be the k heads coming? K heads, ऐसा नहीं बोला है कि first k heads. The k heads can be anywhere, first, in between, last, some in the first, some in the between. So all possible selections, all possible combinations you have to take. So in how many ways you can select k positions for heads out of n? nck. So ये nck भी आ जाता है. So we have nck p power k 1 minus p raised to the power n minus k, where k can be 0 to n. Okay, this is the PMF formula. Okay, and then the mean is given by the formula n into p. Directly you can note down this formula, and the variance is given by the formula np1 minus p. Right. Commonly 1 minus p is also written as, p is the probability of success. Right. So we also write down the probability of failure then. Probability of failure q, and that is 1 minus p. So this equation is also written in the term of nck p power k q power n minus k, which is a general term of a binomial distribution. nck p power k q power n minus k is the general term of binomial distribution, binomial expansion, general term of binomial expansion. That is why this distribution is known as binomial, and the mean is np and the variance is given by npq. The variance is given by npq. Right. Again, I'm telling you, question may not be only on coin or head tail. Different question we dekhenge, but first let us cover up the regular question, and it is a MSQ question also here for you. This year, GATE 2022, we have seen several MSQ patterns from engineering maths. So that is why we are discussing MSQs from engineering maths especially. Okay, which of the following is or are true? Come on. The probability of getting at least 2 heads. A option pe chalte hain. Probability of getting at least 2 heads. Option number A. A coin is tossed how many times? A coin is tossed 10 times. Acha. पहली चीज तो कॉइन की बात हो रही है. लेट मी गिव वन मोर जनरलाइजेशन. चलो बिफोर वी सॉल्व हियर, राइट? इफ द क्वेश्चन इज स्पेशली ऑन कॉइन, if the question is specially on coin, fair coin, if the question is specially on the fair coin, so what is the probability of head for a fair coin? That is given by 1/2. P is 1/2. So what is the Q? It is 1 minus P, and that is also equal to 1/2. That is also equal to the 1/2. That is also equal to the 1/2. Is that clear to everybody? That is also equal to 1/2. Okay, so what is the PMF for a fair coin? It is given by nck half power k q power n minus k. But p and q same है, तो half combined, power combine किया, k plus n minus k will be n, will be directly equal to the n, will be directly equal to the n. So nck half raised to the power n. NCK half raised to the power n. For a fair coin, directly use the formula NCK half ki power n. Okay, so let's come back to the question now. A coin is tossed n times. What is the probability of at least 2 heads? What is the probability of at least 2 heads, at least 2 success, right? It is equal to probability of 2 heads or probability of 3 heads, at least 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा. So it is equal to probability from 2 up to probability of 10. So many calculations. But इतना नहीं करेंगे ना. We know sum of all probabilities is 1, right? Sum of all probability is 1. So better 1 minus reverse case. क्या क्या बच गया? 0 heads or 1 heads. The minimum is 0 heads, na? So summation from probability 0 heads up to the probability 10 heads. This should be equal to 1. Okay, so we can obtain just using this 1 minus probability of 0 plus probability of 1. Acha, what is the probability of K? NCK half power n. This is the formula I told you for fair coin just now. NCK half power n. Right, n का value कितना है यहाँ पे 10 है. Coin is tossed 10 times. Right. Okay, so 10CK half की power 10. 10CK half की power 10. This is known as the value of n. The number of times the event is repeated. The Bernoulli's event is repeated. तो value put कर देंगे यहाँ पे 1 minus. सबसे पहले क्या आएगा? 10C0 half power 10. Next आ जाएगा P1 10C1 half power 10. Right. So this is equal to 1 minus half power 10 is common and denominator 2 power 10 is 1024. 10C0 1, 10C1 is known as 10. So 1024 में से 11 subtract करेंगे 1013 divided by 1024. What should be the value for this? 0.99 something. Around 0.99 आ जाएगा. Let's calculate this. And this is 0.989. The precise value 0.989. This is 0.989. Yes, so this looks true. यहाँ पे true ही बोला है. The probability is highest for getting 5 heads. Is that true or not? The probability is highest for getting 5 heads. How to get this one? Don't have to calculate all, right? अगर मैं option number B की तरफ जाऊं, देखो, what is the probability of getting K heads? It is given by the formula NCK half power n, or here it is 10CK half power 10. तो देखो half power 10 तो constant है. The probability will be maximum if 10CK is maximum, right? Right. Probability will be maximum. P of K here is maximum if 10CK is maximum, and here 10CK is maximum at the midpoint. At the K is equal to 10 by 2. For even NCK, the maximum, this is the property of combination we study in the PNC. We study in the permutation and combination. This is the property of combination. It is highest at the K equal to midpoint. If it is even value of n. If it is odd, then n minus 1 by 2 या n plus 1 by 2 कोई सा भी ले सकते. So here, yes, it is going to give you the maximum at K equal to 5. निकालना नहीं है. You should know this property. It's not like you have to calculate all probability and then you have to tell it is maximum for 5. तब तो very lengthy हो गया. Then तो it is very lengthy. So probability is highest for 5 heads. Yes, true. Average number of heads obtained will be 5. Average number of heads obtained will be the 5. Average number of heads obtained will be 5. Hey, average, mean value. Hey, option number C, average. That is known as the mean value. And what is the mean formula for binomial NP? Here n is 10, P is half, so it is 5. So average 5 heads? Yes, true. On an average, we can expect 5 heads. Okay, on an average, we can expect 5 heads. Out of 10 tosses, 5 heads will come and 5 tails will come. This does not require any calculation. Okay, ये तो conclude कर दिया कि I toss a coin 10 times, out of which 5 heads and 5 tails will come because probability 50% hai. Can probability give you any confirmation? I say that probability of heads and tail is 50-50%, and that is why when I do the event for 10 times, there will be 5 heads and 5 tails. Can I confirm that? It is a statement. It is not a probabilistic event. No, we can't conclude that. it will have a probability. Of course, the probability is highest for 5 heads. ये भी मैंने बताया. But it is not sure. Sure means 1. It will not be 1. It will be highest. So this is false. We can't conclude any number of heads. Every time we'll have just a probability. The answer for this MSQ question is A, B, C. Answer for the multiple select question here is A, B, C. These are the 3 options you have to choose, and then only you get all correct marks, all marks. Done hai? Chalo, cool. Let's move ahead to the next. Let us move ahead to the next. Okay, so next question here is, ye to study kar liya. A 6-phased fair dice. Now again, you see, fair dice. I told you the question not necessarily only coin, coin, coin. Now a 6-phased fair dice is rolled 5 times. What is the probability of obtaining 6 4 times? What is the probability of obtaining the 6 4 times? Chalo. Now, when you talk about a single dice, or single toss, what is the scenario? You may get a 6, you may not get a 6. Actually, 6 outcomes are there in a dice. But सोचने का नजरिया कैसा होना चाहिए? Question is with respect to 6, obtaining 6 4 times. Forget that. NAT question है. You may get a 6 or you may get not 6. 6 आएगा या नहीं आएगा? You want a 6 4 times. You want 6s. So this is a success for you. If you don't get a 6, that will be a failure for you, right? So what is this, dear? What is this? A single trial. This is a Bernoulli's trial here. A single trial where you will get success or failure. Any of them is the Bernoulli's trial, and we say P is equal to probability of the success. And dear, what is the probability of success here? What is the probability of getting a 6? When you throw a single dice, what is the probability of getting a 6? 1 by 6. It's a fair dice. So all sides are equally likely. So 1/6 for each. 6 sides are there. So 1/6 for each. That is the probability of success. So Q will be 1 minus K, and that is 5 by 6. Now, how many times? Okay, it is rolled 5 times. It is rolled 5 times. So there are 5 trials. There are 5 trials of this Bernoulli event, and it is a binomial distribution. It is repeated n times, right? Question में पूछा है, dear, what is the probability of obtaining the 6 4 times? That is 4 success. That is K equal to 4. What is the probability of K equal to 4? What is the probability of K equal to 4? It is given by the formula NCK 5C4, right? P raised to the power K, Q raised to the power K का value लिख देते ना direct. K is 4 and this is 5 minus 4. NCK P power K, Q power N minus K. Just calculate this value. The 5C4 is 5C1, that will be 5. Okay, into total denominator में 6 power 5 आ जाएगा. 1 power 4 is 1 and then 5 power 1 again. So this has to be 25 is divided by 6 raised to the power 5. 25 is divided by 6 raised to the power 5. Okay, and that is why it's a small value, and that is why they have asked in percentage. So percentage ke liye I'll just multiply by 100, and that is 0.321. Everybody, the answer has to be 0.321. Have a look into this. 0.321. So actual value will be 0.0300321. 0.00321. They have asked in percentage. They can ask direct value also. We can enter any real value, but they have asked in percentage. So 0.321 is the answer after multiplying by 100. Okay, next question ready for us. Which of the following statement is true? Mean of binomial distribution is 5, standard deviation is 3. Mean is 6, variance is 9. Mean is 3, variance is 2, or none of the above can be true. See, mean, variance या standard deviation given है. Very simply you have to remember, right? Very simply you have to remember is, what is the mean formula, dear? The mean is NP. But the variance formula, right? Variance is also known as sigma square. Variance is given by the formula NPQ. Now Q is the probability. Q is the probability of failure. and that is why q is less than 1. Q is less than 1, it's a probability, and that is why the variance here, sigma square, यहाँ पे q multiply होगा, that will make the answer less than np. np multiplied by q, so that will make the answer less than np. So first of all, sigma square should be less than the mu, right? So this is definitely false. Here variance is greater than the mean, right? Here variance is greater than mean. Option number A में भी देखेंगे, standard deviation is 3, right? Standard deviation is 3, right? And whatever is the best possible way, Girish वो discuss कर रहे हैं ना. So if the standard deviation is 3, what is the variance for the question is 3 square, that is 9, which is greater than 5. So this is also not true. Variance should be less than the mean for binomial distribution. Okay, for a binomial distribution, mean is 3, variance is 2. This is a possibility. This is possible. Okay, which of the following is true? Okay, the C looks true. Okay, everybody, C looks to be a true option. C definitely looks to be a true option. So some basic fundamental questions can also be discussed. Next one, number 12. Sum and product of the mean and variance of binomial distribution are 12 and 128 respectively. Are 24 and 128 respectively. Find the distribution. How do you write down this binomial distribution? You write down the binomial distribution in the form of p plus q ki power n. You write down this one in the form of p plus q raised to the power n. P plus q raised to the power n. In the form of p plus q raised to the power n. What is p, what is q, what is n? The sum and product of the mean and variance, what is given to you actually? Mu plus sigma square, right, is 24. Sum, right? Mu into sigma square is 128. Sum of two numbers is 24, product is 128. Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? Sum is 24, product is 128. 16 or 8? 16 and 8. It could be 16 and 8, right? But who is 16? Who is 8? Who should be 16? Who should be 8? I told you now, variance has to be less than mean. Variance has to be less than mean. So mean को 16 लेंगे, variance को 8 लेंगे. Mean will be 16, variance will be 8. Okay. So this is NP and this is NPQ. When I divide sigma square upon mu, I will get 8 by 16 and I will get the value of Q. Q हुआ 1 by 2, 8 by 16. So P, which is 1 minus Q, is also half. 1 minus half is half. So P का value आ गया, Q का value आ गया. It is half plus half. It is half plus half. It is either option A or B. Right? Yes, Yogendra voice is there. Just refresh it. Okay, it is half plus half. Now what is the value of N? वो भी निकाल लेते हैं. Mu is N into P and that is 16. N का value आ गया. Sorry, P का value आ गया है half. So n into half is 16, giving you the value of n is equal to the 32. Giving you the value of n is equal to 32. The half plus half ki power 32. It's option number B. It is option number B. Everybody, it's option number B. Okay. This is how we write down the binomial distribution. P plus q ki power n. Half plus half ki power 32. It is the half plus half power 32. Done hai ji. Next question ki taraf move karge then. Okay. What is the probability that at most 5 defective fuses will be found in a box of 200 fuses if 2% of such fuses are defective? Now, listen to me. One important discussion here. Okay, 5 defective fuses will be found in a box of 200 fuses if 2% of such fuses are defective. If 2% of such fuses are defective. Once again, if I write down the story of a single fuse, okay, 2% of such fuses are defective. Matlab, some fuses may be defective, some may be non-defective. So if I talk about a single fuse, it may be defective or it may be non-defective. It may be defective or it may be non-defective. It may be defective or it may be non-defective. Right? Here the question is concerned about probability of getting at most 5 defective fuses, maximum 5 defective fuses. We need 5 defective fuses, so let us call defective here a success. Okay, non-defective here will be the failure, right? Okay, so event is classified into success and failure story. So that becomes what event for you? That becomes a Bernoulli's trials for you. That becomes a Bernoulli's trial for you. Okay. You can solve by binomial also, no problem. This is a single Bernoulli's trial and it is repeated how many times? It is repeated of 200. Every fuse may be defective or non-defective, so you have 200 fuses here. What is the n here? 200 trials. Dhyan dena guys. Important point to note here is, here n is equal to 200, right? But the probability, like earlier question, the probability of success is half. Head coin wala question or dice wala question, probability is 1/6. That is also 0.167. But here, if you talk about the probability of success, P, which is known as the probability of success, P, which is the probability of success, it is only 2%. It is only 2%. So absolute estimate is 0.02, which is very less. Right? And n into P. What is n into P? N or P ko multiply kiya. So this is going to be 4, which is less than 5. There is a rule of thumb. You can solve by binomial also. It's almost similar. But as a rule of thumb and as a matter of practice, there is a rule of thumb. You can solve as a matter of practice. Okay, this is better dealt by Poisson. Questions, calculations के हिसाब से बोलूँगा, right? Questions and calculation के हिसाब से बोलूँगा. So when these two criteria are satisfied, we normally turn our attention to the Poisson distribution. Have a look into the brief theory here. Okay, so if n becomes large and p is very small, right? What small? I'll give you that values. So if p is of the order of 1/100 or 1/1000, less probable events. Okay, the probability is 1 out of 100. The probability is 1 out of 100 or even less, 1 out of 1000. Okay, 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1000. And n into p is less than equal to 5. Then Poisson is used for, for simpler calculation. Although binomial bhi use hoga. This formula has come up from binomial. The binomial distribution converges to the Poisson distribution under the limiting case. Okay, and let's not go for derivation of this. Let's write down the formula for Poisson directly. Here the p of k is calculated as e power minus lambda p power k divided by k factorial, where lambda is the mean. Lambda, which is equal to n into p. Same mean because it is coming from binomial only. Right? So here lambda to np hai. That is the mean. Acha. What about the variance, sir? So variance is npq, right? But p is very, very small, na? What is the story about p? Right? P is very small. So what is happening? 1 minus p is approximately 1. 1 minus p is approximately equal to 1. Okay, 1 minus p, yahan q bol dijiye. Q is approximately equal to 1 here. And that is why, because q is approximately 1 here, npq is approximately np, that is lambda. So very important point for Poisson, the variance is approximately equal to mean. इस पे question बनता है, right? For Poisson, an important point to be noted is the variance is approximately equal to the mean, that is both are equal to np. Both are equal to the np. इस पे question बनता है straight, है ना? I'll tell you what type of question actually. Let's come back to the previous question. Okay, so here I'm able to see probability of success. It is of the order of 1/100, very small, and the NP is less than 5. So I can apply the Poisson. Now I want, what is the probability of at most 5 defective fuses? Right? Probability of at most 5 defective fuses. At most 5, maximum 5, right? Okay, so if I say k is equal to number of defective fuses, if k is the number of defective fuses, we need this, the probability that k should be less than equal to 5. Maximum 5 hona chahiye. So it is P0 plus P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5. P0 plus P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5. Okay, this is what you want. Now see, if you do it binomial way, मना कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं, if you do it binomial way, if you do it the binomial way, then what is going to be your calculation? एक बार नजर मार लीजिए. How your calculations will look like, just have a look into it. Okay, your calculations will be 200 C0 NCK. right? NCK, P की power K, P कितना है 2/100, that is 0.02 raised to the power 0, 0.98 raised to the power 200 plus 200 C1, 0.02 raised to the power 1, 0.98 raised to the power 199, right? Plus, there will be a term, suppose P4, 200 C4, right? 0.02 की power 4, 0.98 raised to the power 196 plus etc. Bhai Saab, look into this. Look into this. Look into this. Look into this. Bhai Saab, look into this. Yes. Yes, Yogendra. Hi. The voice is still there. Refresh it. There is some audio issue at your end. The voice is still there. Voice is still there. ठीक है? Okay, dear. So this is how a complicated calculation evolves. This is how a complicated calculation evolves here. This is how the complicated calculation will evolve here. If you do it the binomial way. If you do it the binomial way. Done? Chalo, let's move ahead then. This is a complicated calculation. Let's move ahead then. And if I do it the Poisson way, right, the answer will be, right, we are required to do P0 plus P1 etc. up to P5. But what is P of K? P of K is e power minus lambda, lambda P power K divided by factorial K, e power minus lambda. Lambda is already calculated. Lambda is n into P, that is 4, right? That is 4, right? So e power minus 4 raised to the power K, 4 की power K upon factorial K, right? So this is equal to e power minus 4. Dear, that is common to all, that is constant. उसको separate रखते हैं. Okay, that is just common to all. Then you have 4 power 0 by 0 factorial, 4 की power 1 by 1 factorial, 4 raised to the power 2 by 4 2 factorial, 4 cube by 3 factorial, 4 power 4 by 4 factorial, and 4 power 5 by 5 factorial. These are doable calculations. These are doable calculations, right? Previous one was a little horrible calculation. So how much it is? Quickly इसको करते जाते हैं. So this is e power of minus 4, 4 power 0, 1 upon 1, right? Then this is 4, 4 square 16, 16 by 2 is 8, 4 cube that is 64 divided by 6. Then we have 4 power 4, 256 divided by 24. And next is going to be how much? एक और 4 से multiply किया तो 1024 is divided by 120. Okay. ठीक है? चलो guys, calculate and write down the answer quickly. Let us write down the answer quickly. Quickly. If somebody has got, please do keep commenting the answer. (0.785) last answer that is coming up here after multiplying by e power minus 4 as well. 0.785. It is all doable. Manually I've written. I don't need the calculator also. Just for addition I finally used. But previous one was little horrible calculation. 200 C4, right? 0.98 की power 196. Unnecessary complicated calculation. That is why the Poisson is preferred. The binomial is converted to Poisson. So if you are able to complete this calculation, you will get approximately the same answer. But it's all about how you handle the problem. Okay. What is the correct case you apply? So this is based on Poisson. Okay, the brief formulas about Poissons we have discussed. Let's go to the next question. If x has a Poisson distribution with parameter lambda and if p of x is equal to 0 is 0.2, what is the probability that x is greater than 2? What is the probability that x is greater than 2? What is the probability that x is greater than 2? Tell me. What should be the probability that x is greater than 2? X is greater than 2, right? First of all, what is the probability that x is greater than 2 means x should be 3 or x should be 4 or etc. The upper limit is also not mentioned. N ka value nahi mentioned hai. But rather than that, what you can do? You can take it as 1 minus P0 plus P1 plus P2. This will be simple. Now out of this, what is only given to you? P0 is given to you. Probability x equal to 0, that is P0 is 0.2, right? ये given है केवल. Okay, how to get P1 and P2? So इसको देखेंगे ना, what is P of K actually here, right? It is e power minus lambda, lambda की power K divided by K factorial, that is always true. Okay, so P of 0 की बात करेंगे तो P of 0 is e power minus lambda, that is fixed. Lambda की power 0 divided by 0 factorial, and this is given to you as 0.2. E की power minus lambda dear is 0.2. One thing is clear, e की power minus lambda is 0.2. ठीक है? So what is the value of lambda? We can calculate from here. So lambda minus lambda will be log of 0.2. So after solving it, what is the lambda? Sir, what is the value of lambda? That is 1.6. That is turning out to be approximately 1.6 aa gaya. Okay, now we can come and place here 1 minus P of 0. In every probability, e power minus lambda will be constant. Okay, e power minus lambda will be constant. Here you will have, अच्छा P0 का value तो पता ही है. Right, this is 0.2. ये आ जाएगा e power minus lambda, lambda power 1 by 1 factorial. This will be e power minus lambda, lambda power 2 by 2 factorial. Okay, so this is 1 minus of 0.2 plus e power minus lambda, which is 0.2 को common लिया. 1 is lambda 1.6 plus lambda square, that is 1.6 square divided by 2. Do this calculation, write the final answer. Do this calculation, write the final answer. Okay, it is 1.6. 0.224. 0.224. Just check out your answer. This looks like 0.224. Everybody. 0.224. Just tally up the calculations, okay? Just tally up the calculations quickly. 0.224 is what is the answer I am getting. Probability x greater than 2 is 1 minus probability up to 2. Reverse कर दिया, and then we have put down the value of P0 plus P1 plus P2. Just put the value of the P0 plus P1 plus P2. Moving ahead to the next question here. Right? On an average, guys, now this is a Poisson question. Let's move ahead. We have only 15 questions until now. We have 30 up to 31. So some questions will be homework also, don't worry. But it is a similar question. Only thing where you don't have to learn anything new, I'm giving you as homework. Okay, so on an average, 2 COVID positive cases are received per day in a hospital. The ratio of the probability of 2 or less positive cases in 2 consecutive days to the probability of exactly 2 cases on a given day, okay, is how much? Think about this. And then if you don't get this, the homework number 2. This is the homework number 2. And answers will be specified by the students in the comment box after the video gets over. Abhi nahi. Whenever you are free, solve it up later on. Okay. Next आ जाते हैं. Out of 1000 balls, 50 are red, rest are white. If 80 balls are picked up at random, what is the probability of picking up not more than 3 red balls? Okay, now again, balls wala question. How does it come into the Poisson fitting? COVID cases are that is mostly fit into the Poisson, but how does this one fit into the Poisson? Yes, Yogendra, please tell me. Okay, out of 1000 balls, 50 are red. Okay, so let's say success here is red, and dear, what is the probability of success? What is the probability of red? 50 out of 1000. 50 out of 1000 is just like 5 out of 100. Probability of the order of 1 by 100. Right? And how many balls are there? N into P. How many balls are there? 1000. Okay. Sorry, 80 balls are picked. 80 balls are picked. वो भी देख लेते हैं. What is NP? N is 80 multiplied by 5 by 100. Right? 400 by 100. This is 4. This is also less than 5. So I can go for Poisson. Probabilities of the order of 1 by 100 and NP is less than 5. So I can go for Poisson. I can go for the Poisson. What is the probability of picking up not more than 3 red balls? Right? This means probability of not more than 3 success. Right? Not more than 3 success. Right? Maximum 3 red balls. Not more than 3 red. 3 तक ले सकते हैं. Maximum 3 red. Right? And this is like probability 0, probability 1, probability 2, probability 3, and this is e power minus lambda. Lambda sabhi mein common hoga. Lambda is n into p. Right? Lambda is equal to 4, e power minus 4. lambda power k, तो 4 power 0 by 0 factorial, 4 की power 1 by 1 factorial, 4 power 2 by 2 factorial, 4 power 3 by 3 factorial. That's it. Solve and write down the answer. Answers are only in the form of e power minus 4. So it is 1 plus 4 plus 8 plus 64 by 6 e power minus 4. तो total कितना हो जाना चाहिए? Just decide and let me know. Okay, 32 by 3 and then this is 13, 32, 71 by 3 e power minus 4. 13 is 39 plus 32, correct. 71 by 3 e की power minus 4. A is the very correct option. Yes, Payash and Yogendra, A is the very correct option. Okay, we have the next question ready for you. Here it is. If a random variable x has a Poisson distribution with mean 4, then what is the expectation? E of x plus 3 whole square. Then what is the expectation? E of x plus 3 whole square. Tell me, come on. Expected value of x plus 3 ka whole square. Expected value of the x plus 3 whole square. X plus 3 whole square. E of x plus 3 whole square. Now, this is the important type of question from Poisson. Okay, only mean is given. Okay, only mean is given. Question में बोला है E of x plus 3 whole square. This is equal to E of x square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. This is equal to the E of x square plus E of 9, 9 is a constant, तो उसका मीन भी 9 ही रहेगा, plus 6 times E of x. E of x बोले तो mean, E of x बोले तो mean, but I don't know the mean square value. But we will use the fact that if it is Poisson, the variance is approximately equal to the mean. So both are actually 4. Both are actually 4. That is the property you can utilize here. That is the property you can utilize here. So variance कितना हो जाएगा? Variance is given by the identity mean square value minus the mean का whole square. This is 4, right? So E of x square minus mu square is equal to mu, right? So what is the E of x square? It is mu plus mu square. इसको हम mu ही बोल देते हैं अभी, right? Okay, this is the variance identity, but variance is equal to mu. Variance is equal to the mu, correct? Right? So for mean square value, Poisson distribution में, for mean square value, the formula is directly mu square plus mu. Then this is separately 9 plus 6 E of x. E of x का मतलब mu ही होता है, and mu is given to you as 4, right? The 4 square 16, then 4, then 9 plus 6 4s are. Okay, this is where you have to write down the final answer. Okay, this is 20, 24 and plus 44 plus 9, 53. 53 na? 20 and 24 and 9. 53, please check it out, Vinay. 53 hoga, I think. It's looking like 53. Mu square plus mu plus 6 mu plus 9. Correct. Done hai? It is 53. Yes, Swapnil, Payash, Girish, Yogendra. Correct answer. It is the 53. Yes, Ravi Shankar, round tube. But this is the important type of question, utilizing the property that variance and mean for a Poisson distribution is the same. All right, coming to your very important and very favorite normal random variable, normal distribution. Normal distribution has the following probability density function. Fx is equal to 1 upon under root 8 pi e power minus of x minus 1 whole square by 8. Okay, when what is integration 1 to infinity fx dx? What is the integration 1 to infinity fx dx? What is the integration 1 to infinity fx dx? Tell me. What should be the integration of 1 to infinity fx dx? Dekho, since it is normal distribution, it's a very simple question actually. Okay, but let us revise quickly 1 or 2 points and then let's come back to the question. Answer is just, if you know the basics of normal distribution, it is a 5 seconds answer for you. It is a 5 seconds answer for you. But पहले एक बार देख लेते हैं. Normal distribution, okay, which has the PDF of the form 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e raised to the power minus of x minus mu whole square divided by 2 sigma square, where mu is known as the mean and sigma square is always known as the variance. Okay. right? So this is the final PDF form, and clearly it is a bell-shaped curve, and not only bell-shaped, it is symmetric about the mean. This is a type of distribution which is symmetric about mean. Now dear, one important point we have learned. Ye raha iska mean, it is symmetric about the mean. One important point we have learned in the today's class only. Whenever a distribution is symmetric about the mean, then its mean, median, mode are equal. We have learned this point as well as vice versa. So if a distribution is symmetric about the mean, then its mean should be equal to median, should be equal to mode, and all are equal to mu. And you can see also, mu to mean already maine bola, mode is the value of x, where is the PDF is the maximum. So PDF is the maximum, that is also at mu. So mode is also mu. Median is the point which divides the total area into equal half. Which divides the total area into equal half, that is 50-50%. So area under entire PDF is 1, but this is a line of symmetry. Line of symmetry means the figure on the left side and right side identical. So they will have equal area. So 1 divided by 2, both will have equal area. That is why mu is also the median. The line of symmetry will also say the median, because that is the point which is dividing the area into equal half. Now basis of this, some important points to be noted. Acha. There is also a standard normal random variable. Ye to ho gaya normal random variable. Okay. Sometimes to solve the question, you will be using a very important concept, that is the standard normal random variable. That is the standard normal random variable. A random variable is a standard normal random variable if it has zero mean and unit variance. A normal random variable is standard if it has zero mean and unit variance. Zero mean and unit variance. So it is 1 upon root 2 pi. Okay, if I put the value of mu and sigma, the PDF is 1 upon root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2. Now, why do we define the standard normal random variable? Let's say you are trying to calculate probability z less than equal to z. Okay, how do you calculate? Z less than equal to z, matlab it can be up to minus infinity, any value up to minus infinity. Here the curve that you will have, na, yahan pe jo curve hoga, that is going to be symmetric about the origin, because its mean is 0. The distribution, the normal distribution is always symmetric about the mean, and here the mean part is 0. Here the mean is 0. It is symmetric about the mean. It is symmetric about the mean. ठीक है dear? This is known as symmetric about the mean. अब ध्यान देना यहाँ पे, ये हो गया symmetric about mean. Okay, probability z less than z. Suppose मैंने कोई भी value लिया z का. What is the probability z is less than equal to z? That means it is from minus infinity to z. Minus infinity to z. But the problem is this function doesn't have an integral formula. This cannot be directly integrated. Okay, and that is why those integrals which are not directly integrated, they are solved using numerical methods. Okay, like Simpson's rule. But you don't have to apply that in the exam. For you, the value of this integration as a function will be specified. See, most commonly the questions are conceptual, where you don't require the value. More and more the questions are commonly conceptual in nature. You don't require these values. You don't require these values, but still, agar required hoga to kya karenge? Okay, they will be giving you the values, and let's say the probability z less than equal to z is known as the phi z function. So they can specify the value of the phi. All these values after evaluation by numerical methods are recorded in tables, calculators. You can search in the Google. Google also you'll get the normal distribution calculator. Okay, chalo. Now some important points. If we know y is ax plus b, so mean of y is a mean of x plus b, and the variance of y is a square variance of x. Some important key points here. Normal distribution is symmetric about mean, already specified, and that is why the area after the mean or area up to the mean, both are equal and 50-50%. Both is 50-50%, right? That is why probability after the mean or probability up to the mean is 50-50%, right? Area or probability is also in terms of integration. So integration up to the mean or integration after the mean is half. Both is 50-50%. Okay. If x is a normal random variable with mean mu and variance sigma square, why I am telling you these facts? Because from normal distribution, many of the questions are related directly to these facts. We will feel that, right? Then y is equal to ax plus b is also a normal random variable having the mean of a mean of x plus b, and variance is a square variance of x, right? Okay, now this is important. Transformation of any random variable into standard. If x is any normal random variable, मैंने बोला ना, If suppose you require the value of integration, it will be given because it is calculated by numerical methods, already calculated, and it is recorded in some calculators and tables, but that is recorded only for standard normal random variable. Given any other normal random variable which is having other value of mu, other value of sigma square, how to get its value? So convert this into the standard normal random variable, right? Whenever you subtract x minus mu and then divide by sigma, the random variable obtained will be standard. You can check by these formula. Okay, you can check by these formula, right? So z is equal to x minus mu by sigma will be standard, will be always a standard normal random variable having zero mean and unit variance. ये तो directly gate में पूछा गया है 2 or 3 times, okay, for different branches. If x1 and x2 are two independent normal random variable, then a1 x1 plus a2 x2, that is a linear combination of them, will also be a normal random variable. Will also be a normal random variable. Factually important point. Factually important point. Some more important theoretical points. Let me tell you, and then we will go back to the question. Okay, the probability of finding the random variable within one standard deviation about the mean. Within one standard deviation about the mean. That is mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. Mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma is for any normal random variable, whatever may be the value of mean, whatever may be the value of sigma. The probability of finding the random variable between mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma is 68.26%. It is 68.26%. It is 68.26%. Fixed value, but very important. Questions are based on this. The probability of finding a random variable between probability of finding the random variable within 2 sigma about the mean, mu minus 2 sigma and mu plus 2 sigma, that is 95% approximately. And for 3 sigma, that is nearly 99.7, that is almost 100%. That means almost all the values are within, 3 standard deviation about the mean. No spamming, Yogendra, please. ठीक है, चलो. So yes, Payesh, according to me the class should go at least around 1:30, but it all depends up to the attendance of the students. If it, because I'm seeing a fall, if it falls significantly, then for whom I should continue. So you have to have patience if you want to learn probability distribution. You have to learn probability distribution in a single shot. All types of cases are being covered. Okay, ठीक है, तो आपको wait करना पड़ेगा. If I see a significant drop, I will stop. Then there is no point. Okay. So these are some important results that you must anyways remember. Okay. 68% approximately within 1 sigma. Look into this. Okay. Around 68% of the values are within this. Okay. If you talk about 2 sigma, so around 95% values are confined, and within the 3 sigma, almost all, that is 99.7% values are there within the 3 sigma. Okay. Now let's come to the questions of normal distribution. Let's come to the question of normal distribution. Fx is 1 upon root 8 pi e power minus of x minus 1 whole square by 8. Okay. So looking into this expression, dear, I am able to see that mu ka value 1 hai. I don't want to find sigma. Okay. I don't want to find for sigma because mean aa gaya na yahan pe, x minus mu whole square, mu is 1, and then this is integration mu to sigma, mu to infinity. This is integration mu to infinity. So dear, what I just told you, integration up to the mean, integration from the mean, both are equal and 50-50%. So how this question was? This was a 10 seconds question, provided your fundamentals are clear here. It is a 10 seconds question. Read and answer. अरे ये तो integration 1 से infinity बोला है, 1 तो mean है, तो integration mean to infinity has to be 50%. That's it. 1/2 is the answer. No calculation required here. No calculation required here. Next question, dear. Number 19. Now see, whenever required, they have given you some value. If x is a normal variate with mean 30 and standard deviation 5, what is the probability 26 less than equal to x less than equal to 34? 26 is less than equal to x less than equal to 34. Come on everybody quickly. 26 is less than equal to x less than equal to 34. Less than equal to 34. Okay. X is a normal variate with mean 30 and sigma 5. What is the probability 26 less than equal to x less than equal to 34? Boliye. Now, first of all, x is a normal random variable, but it is not standard. X is normal given it is a normal random variable having the mu of 30 and having the sigma of 5, right? But it is not standard. These are not standard values. So how to convert into standard, right? Z is equal to x minus mu by sigma will always be standard. Will always be standard. Okay. So question is on non-standard. Understand how to deal with this question. Probability 26 less than equal to x less than equal to 34. यही बोला है ना, 26 से 34. 26 से 34 can be written as probability. I want to convert into standard. So x minus mu by sigma, but that calculation minus mu upon sigma you have to apply on all sides of this equation. So 26 minus mu is 30 here, divide by sigma is 5, is less than or equal to x minus mu by sigma is less than equal to 34 minus mu by sigma. Done. Do it on all sides, and then I will tell you that this particular random variable is going to be standard. That is known as Z. This is the standard normal random variable. Now this is probability minus 4 by 5 minus 0.8 less than equal to Z less than equal to 0.8. Probability is also equal to area. We know very basically, I have told you in the beginning only. Probability A less than X less than B is area from A to B. So we need the area minus 0.8 less than equal to Z less than equal to 0.8. And what should be this area? What should be this area? Now you are given a data. You are given a data that area for Z. Z bole to standard. You are given an area that is for Z. Quickly banate hain isko. Right. You are given an area that is for Z, and Z is standard, and standard is symmetric about the zero mean. Right. And you are given the area for Z greater than 0.8. This is the given area. This is the given area. So everybody now tell me, using this area, can I calculate the area from minus 8, minus 0.8 to plus 0.8? भाई symmetry से निकाल सकते हैं ना? Symmetry से निकाल सकते हैं. Right? We can do this by symmetry. We can do this by symmetry. देखो, how much is this? This area is 0.2118 because this is given. This is given. So this is also 0.2118. Why, sir? Why? By symmetry. By figure on the left and right has to be identical. It is symmetric about the mean 0. It is symmetric about y-axis actually. The right and left will give similar value. Right. So how much is this area then? How much is this area? That is what is the question. So it is total area minus these two. So minus twice of 0.2118. Total area minus twice of this. कितना हुआ? 0.5764. How much it is? 0.5764. The slight symmetry also you had to apply. 0.5764. 0.5764. Everybody. 0.5764 is the answer. Done. 0.5764 is the answer. Done. Close करते हैं. All right. Done. Next question. A continuous random variable x is normally distributed with mean 6 and standard deviation 2. Consider the following probabilities. R is probability 4 less than x less than 10, and S is the probability 0 less than x less than 8. Which of the following is correct? There is a mean 6 and sigma 2. Mean 6 and sigma 2. Tell me. There is a mean of 6 and sigma of 2. There is a mean of 6 and sigma of 2. See, do you need to calculate or what is the case actually? X is having, if I want to talk about x here the mean is 6. It is not standard, but it has some mean 6. But any normal distribution is symmetric about the mean, whatever the mean may be given, right? Whatever the mean may be given, it is always symmetric about the mean value. It is always symmetric about the mean value. It is always symmetric about the mean value, right? Now, first case may given है 4 and 10. First case may they have given 4 and 10, and next case may they have given 0 and 8. Next case they have given 0 and 8. देखो, one is this calculation. Everybody please focus. One is this much of the calculation, and one will involve this much of the calculation. Out of which you can clearly say the answer. देखो, 4 to 10. So this portion 4 to 8 is common, right? 0 to 8. So again 4 to 8 is common. Okay, so this something is common. Okay, this is common to both, right? अब comparison बच रहा है 8 to 10 and 4 to 0. Because of symmetry, dear, the area from 8 to 10 should be area from 4 to 2. Area from 4 to 2. देखो, 8 is 2 units ahead of mean, 4 is 2 units behind mean, right? So definitely which area is more, which is less, right? एक ये वाला एरिया बनेगा, एक ये एरिया बनेगा, एंड एक ये एरिया बनेगा. This is definitely more. If I take here up to the 2, that will be equal. So which one is more? 0 से 8 वाला more. S is greater than R, or R is less than A. It is B option. Observation से करना था. No need to calculate. You know, these symmetry properties of normal distribution will create some good conceptual question. Solution is very simple. Okay, but सोचना है उस तरीके से. Is that okay? Everybody answer is B. Okay, this area going from 0 to 8 is more than that from 4 to 10. Done? Chalo, cool. Next question going ahead. Next question, number 21 going ahead. MSQ question, guys. MSQ question. If the masses of 300 students are normally distributed with mean of 68 and standard deviation 3, area under the normal curve is given like one of the beginning question. Okay, find the answer to these. Find the answer to this. अब ध्यान देना यहाँ पे. Okay, masses of 300 students are normally distributed, right? So X, if it is the mass of a student, it is normally distributed having the mean of 68 and the standard deviation of 3. Definitely it is not standard. So whenever you are solving the question, you have to solve according to the standard distribution. Tell me, dear, the answer. Tell me the answer, dear. Tell me. Right? Guys, just take 2 minutes. Okay. I'll also be back in 2 minutes. We'll just continue. Hello. Chalo, let's proceed then. Okay. I hope you have solved this question within this time, and let us discuss the correct answer and correct solution now. Now, the number of students whose weight is greater than 72 kg is expected to be 28. Is expected to be 28. Now, whose weight is greater than 72? First of all, अगर हम A option की बात करें, what is the probability that X is greater than 72? But sir, X is non-standard, and even the data that is given is the area under normal curve between Z. Z means standard normal curve. Z standard normal curve. So you have to convert to standard. So this is probability X minus mu. This is probability X minus mu divided by sigma greater than 72 minus mu. What is mu? 68. What is sigma? Is 34. Sorry, sigma is 3. Okay, so this now becomes Z. X minus mu by sigma, we all know is Z. Z greater than 4 by 3. What is the probability Z greater than 4 by 3, or what is the probability Z is greater than 1.33? They have given the area between 0 to 1.33. They have given the area between 0 to 1.33. I want the probability, or I want the area. Probability is again equivalent to that area for Z greater than 1.33. So how much it is? They have given the area for the standard normal curve, and they have given the area between 0 to 1.33. Between 0 and 1.33. This area has been given to you. This area has been given to you, and that is 0.4082. Acha. What is the area greater than 1.33 means? Dekho, if I take up this entire area, what is the area of the 50% after the mean? It is 0.5. So your answer has to be 0.5 minus 0.5 minus 0.4082. Okay, that will turn up to be some value. Let me write down this one quickly. 0.0918. 0.0918, or I can call it as 9.18%. So probability that a student will have the weight greater than 72 is 9.18%. So how many students are there? There are 300 students. The number of students whose weight is greater than 72 is expected. It's expected. We can't say exactly because it is a probability game, but it is expected to be 28. Ab dhyan dena. Right. So number of students with weight greater than 72. Right. Expected number of students. Probability se kya expectation bana is 9.18% of the total. It is a 9.18% of the total, right? And once you calculate this, you are going to get it as 27.54, or that is 28. The approximate answer, because number of students has to be integer. So this is 28. This is 28. This is 28. This is known as the 28. This is true. The number of students whose weight is less than or equal to 68. देखो 68 जो second आ रहा है वो calculation 68 पे है. B, probability X is less than 68. Probability X is less than 68. अब X less than 68 की कहानी देखते हैं. But if you deeply observe, this is X less than 68. This is X less than 68. 64 hai. X less than 64. This is 68 minus 4. This is probability X is less than mu minus 4. But by symmetry, this one should be equal to probability X greater than mu plus 4. By symmetry, this should be equal to, right, Isn't it? Can I say or not? By symmetry, just think, mu -4 के जो पहले है वो mu +4 के आगे होगा ना, right? Correct. So this is by symmetry. You can watch my basic probability sessions on YouTube, Pramit. It is available. So x greater than mu +4, that is 72. 68 plus 4, 72, and this is 9.18%. Right. So answer is 9.18%. Number of students bola hai na, of 300, and that is again approximately 28. So A and B will have the same answer actually. Here, A and B will actually have the same answer. A and B will have the same answer. This also looks true. This also looks true. Okay. This also looks true. This also looks true. So A and B, both of them are giving the same answer. Both of them are giving the same answer. Before we check up the next, right? Okay. Yes, Vinay. Before we take up the next option, I'll just tell you the password. Everything let this be small. So the PDF will be there in the Telegram group, and that is going to be password protected, and the password is going to be normal. The password is going to be normal. NORMAL. The password is going to be normal. Okay? The password is going to be normal. NORMAL. Okay? Normal distribution का question है तो उसी पर रख लेते हैं. Okay, so only the PDF will be opened using this password. Next, the number of students whose weight lies between 68 and 71. ये कितना होना चाहिए? Number of students with the weight between 68 and 71. 68 and 71. 65 and 71. तो C option की तरफ चलेंगे. C option की तरफ चलेंगे. Probability 65 is less than X is less than 71. 65 is less than X less than 71. Thank you, Vinay. 65 less than X less than 71. Okay, so देखो 65 is how much? 68 minus 3. 71 is how much? That is the 68 plus 3. 68 plus 3. And this is mu minus sigma less than X less than mu plus sigma. Mu minus sigma से mu plus sigma. Mu minus sigma up to the mu plus sigma. Mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. So this is how much probability? This is a known value. This is a fixed value. Probability mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. It is 68.26%. Right? 68.26%. So number of students, expected number of students. Right? It is 68.26% of the 300, and this will turn out to be into 3 kiya to this is 204.78, approximately 205. Approximately 205, right? So if I have a look into the option number C, that also looks correct. Okay, the number of students expected to have weight between 65 and 71 is 205. Okay. Now this is the 1 sigma rule. You have to remember it. This area is not given. This probability is not given because I told you that 68, 95 and 99.7. 1 sigma, 2 sigma and up to 3 sigma rule. You have to remember directly questions are expected on that. And then the last option. Option number D में क्या बोला है? The number of students whose weight is between 62 and 74. Between the 62 and 74, dear. Between the 62 and 74. Option number D. Number of students whose weight is between 62 and 74. 62 and 74. Now, once again, if you see deeply, this is 68 minus 4, 68 minus 6 less than X, less than X, less than 68 plus 6. तो ये कितना हो गया? This becomes mu minus 2 sigma less than X less than mu plus 2 sigma. Mu minus 2 sigma से mu plus 2 sigma. Mu minus 2 sigma से mu plus 2 sigma. Right? And that value is 95.44%. You can approximately use 95 also. That's all okay. Okay, so it is 95.44%, and then the expected number of students is 95.44% of the total, which is 300. So this looks 285, 286 and 287 पे जाएगा round off करके 287. Okay, 287. Yeah, anything closer to 285 will be taken as correct. 286 या देखो 286 ले लिया round off करके, no problem. Okay, because this is actually going to come up as 286.32. 44 into 3 किया मैंने. Okay, so this is as good as 280. So here 286, 287, 285 all will be marked correct. Approximately सब closer है. All will be taken as correct only. So this is 286. Done. This portion is the 286. So this is also true, and this MSQ question has all answer correct. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. ठीक है, done है. Next question, guys. The next variety that you should know from here. The next variety that you should know from here. Okay, acha, if fx is equal to k e power something 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 is the PDF of a normal distribution, what is the mean and standard deviation? This is a homework for you. You have to just compare, guys. You have to compare and get the answer. This is a simple one. Give you as homework. ये जो exponential की power है ना, this exponential term, right? This is e raised to the power minus of 9 common निकाल लेना. This is x square minus 12 by 9x plus 13 by 9. Right? You have to compare with e power. Okay, you have to compare with e raised to the power minus of x minus mu whole square divided by the 2 sigma square. You can do that. It is the PDF of a normal distribution. So normal distribution में क्या exponential power होता है वो check कर लेना. Right? E raised to the power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square. You compare, you will get the value of mu and sigma. So it's an easy one. It's an easy one. So I'm giving it up to you. I'm giving it up to you. Next question पे आ जाते हैं quickly. Assume that 4% of the population over 50 years old has glasses. 4% of the population over 50 years old has glasses. If a random sample of 3,500 people over 50 years is taken, then the probability that less than 150 of them have glasses is. Now, ध्यान देना. Assume that 4% of the population over 50 years old has glasses. ये question किस तरीके का है पहले ये समझना. 4% of the population over 50 years old has glasses. 4% of the population over 50 years old, right? So if I take a single person over 50 years, if I take a single person whose age is over 50 years, right? So there are 4% of those people will have glasses. So if I talk about single person, okay, he may have glasses, he wear glasses, usko glasses lage hue hai, he has some eye problem, right? Okay, and the second category will be does not have glasses. The second will be does not have glasses. Now I take a random sample of 3,500 such people. I take a random sample of 3,500 such people which are over 50 years old. Then probability that less than 150 of them have glasses. Probability that less than 150 of them have glasses. Okay, I take similar 3,500 people. Okay, and less than 150 of them have glasses. So have glasses is considered as success here, right? So not having glasses will be considered as failure here, right? And this particular single event is known as what trial? So this again goes back to Bernoulli's trials, dear. This again goes back to the Bernoulli's trial. This again goes back to the Bernoulli's trial, right? यहां पे अब बोला है n is equal to 3,500 trials. So when you have repeated independent trials, so it becomes a binomial distribution then. Okay, for repeated trials, you will have to use the binomial formula. अब देखोगे यहाँ पे, okay, less than 150 of them have glasses. Okay, you need probability k less than 150. It's actually not solvable. It's a binomial question, but it's unsolvable for human beings. Why? Because k less than 150 will involve all numbers from 0 up to the 149. from 0 up to the 149. 0 up to the 149. It will involve all numbers from 0 to 149 actually, isn't it? 0 to the 149. तो ये तो impossible हो जाएगा then these many calculations, right? Okay, so here it looks like probability k less than 150, which is summation k equal to 0 to 149 less than 150 है p of k. And what is the p of k formula? P of k formula will be NCK. N is 3500 CK. P probability of success. P कितना हो जाएगा वो लिख देता हूं मैं आपके लिए. P is known as the probability of success, and that is how many of the population have glasses? 4% of these population have glasses. The probability that a person will have glass is 4%. 0.04. That is 0.04. Okay, so NCK 3500 CK 0.04 की power k, 1 minus p, 0.96 raised to the power 3500 minus k. It's almost a impossible calculation. Right. Now, as stated by Abraham de Moivre in 1733 AD, when you have a normal distribution for very large values of n, when you have a binomial distribution for very large value of n, then that binomial distribution can be approximated as, we are not proving it, utna time nahi hai abhi, but that is approximated as a normal random variable with the mean np and the variance npq. The same distribution can now be solved using a normal distribution having the mean np and variance npq for very large values of n. Okay, when the samples are like, in terms of, let's say 500,000, 2,000, 3,000, here it is 3,500. Okay, here it is 3,500. Okay, so if I just apply this concept, so here x can be approximated as normal, right, with mu. It is coming from binomial. The mean will be taken from binomial, and the formula of mean of binomial is NP. N is 3500. P is 0.04. 04 tha na? Correct. So this becomes 35 into 4. This is 140, right? And sigma square is NPQ, right? So NPQ 3500 into 0.04 multiplied by 0.96. Okay, Q is 0.96. ये कितना आ जाएगा? एक बार इसको लिख देते हैं. 134.4. Now this is the sigma square. So what is the standard deviation of the problem? The standard deviation will be 11.59. Taking the under root of this, 11.59. Question में क्या बोला है? What is the probability that less than 150 of them will have glasses? Less than 150 persons will have glasses, and that is why they have given area under the normal curve. That will be required. Okay. So अब question में आ रहा है, what is the probability that x is less than the 150? X is less than 150 means, सबसे पहले इसको normal में convert करेंगे, that is x minus mu by sigma is less than 150 minus mu divide by sigma. Now this is z less than 0.86. 0.8628. 0.86 ले लेते हैं. Z less than 0.8628. This becomes a normal, standard normal distribution question. Okay, probability Z less than 0.86. Z, and which is standard normal. That is why it is symmetric about mean 0. And you need probability Z less than 0.86. You need this much of the area. So how much it is? क्या given है question में? Question में they have given the area between 0 to 0.86. That is 0.3051. 0 to 0.86. ये area given है. 0.3051. This is given, right? But area up to the mean, that we already know 0.5. So what is your answer? Up to the mean we know 0.5, 50% होता है, and beyond that the required data is given to you. So the answer for the question is 0.8051. Point 8051. That is how sometimes indirectly good questions can be expected. Guys, we have to be ready for all category. We have to be ready for all category. Na? We can't compromise on that. Chalo, done. No. Poison ke liye there were similar different conditions. P is much small and n into P is less than 5. Okay, n into P is less than 5. Here n into P is much greater. Here mean is much greater only. Girish. So that is not relatable. That is not relatable. That is not relatable. Okay. Next is question number 24, guys. Okay. Next is question number 24. So it will be usually binomial to normal. If by chance it is Poisson to normal, then variance will also be turning out to be same. Okay, that is why it's binomial to, normal में getting the mean and variance same is not a favorable event. Yeah, देखेंगे. Now, random variable x is uniformly distributed. Quickly, guys, uniformly distributed in the -37. Find a PDF, mean, variance and probability mod x less than equal to 1. Mod x less than equal to 1 का मतलब क्या होगा? Probability x is between -1 to 1. Probability that x is between -1 to 1. Probability that x is between -1 to 1. अब देखो quickly. If x is a uniform normal random variable, what is uniform normal random variable? It is also known as rectangular PDF because it is a random variable which is constant, whose PDF is constant over the given range. Suppose the random variable is defined from A to B. So its PDF will be constant k between A to B. What is the value of that constant? It is also known as rectangular PDF. ध्यान देना. In some of the questions, this language may be there. It is a rectangular PDF or a uniform PDF. ठीक है. अब what should be the value of k? The value of k can be simply obtained by the fact that area under the PDF is always 1. So area is height multiplied by the base, and that is equal to 1. So what is the height? 1 upon b minus a. Height into base should be equal to 1. Area under PDF is 1. So k is 1 upon b minus a. Summarizing all important points here, the PDF is 1 upon b minus a. The PDF is 1 upon b minus a. Mean value after applying the formula, mean is the midpoint of a and b here. It is a plus b by 2 and variance is b minus a whole square by 12. Variance is given by b minus a whole square divided by 12. That is the variance here. Okay, these are all the important formulas to be noted here. So let's come to this question. First one, what is the PDF? First one, the PDF f of x is 1 upon, actually इसको ऐसे भी ध्यान रख सकते हैं. Where I'm going back. What I told, PDF is 1 upon b minus a. This is like 1 upon length of the interval onto which the variable is defined. Variable is defined from a to b. So length is b minus a. So it is 1 upon b minus a. It is 1 upon b minus a. Okay. So the PDF is 1 upon length. Length is 7 minus 3. Right. So the PDF is actually 1 by 10 over what range? Over the given range. -3 less than equal to x less than equal to the 7. Okay. Number 2 point. What should be the mean? Mean mu. It is simply by the formula, the midpoint of a and b. A plus b by 2. -3 plus 7 divided by 2, that is equal to 2. 4 by 2, that is equal to 2. Right. Number 3. That is known as the variance. That is known as the variance. Directly formula based question, b minus a whole square divided by 12. So 7 minus -3. Okay, that is 10 square. 100 divided by 12, or that is going to be 25 is divided by 3 if you cancel with the 4. 25 by 3, that is the variance. Last part, probability modulus x less than 1. Mod x less than 1 है तो x is between -1 to 1 ना. X is between -1 to 1. तो यहां पे अगर आप ध्यान दोगे, x is between -1 to 1. You can do that by the integration process as well, but since it is uniform, I'll quickly explain you with the help of this graph. Okay, let me first draw the PDF also. The PDF is existing between the -3 up to the +7, and it's a rectangular PDF. It has to be a rectangular PDF. Okay, this is what is the PDF, and the value of the PDF is 1 by 10. That is also known to us. Now they are asking what is the probability that x is between -1 to 1. The probability that x is between -1 to 1. Probability -1 less than equal to x less than equal to 1 can be obtained as area. Can be obtained as area in this interval, and area in this interval is height multiplied by base, and that is 1 by 5. Height multiplied by base, that is 1 by 5, right? Or there is one more way you can apply here. Or you can calculate probability -1 less than equal to x less than equal to 1 as favorable length. This is only for uniform distribution, okay? Favorable length divided by the total length, right? This is only for uniform PDF, not everywhere else. For uniform PDF, favorable length is divided by the total length. Favorable length is divided by the total length. What is the favorable length? -1/7. Favorable length ho gayi 10. 2. Total length is 10. So it is 1 by 5. That also you can directly apply. Okay. Favorable length -1/7 is 2. Total length is 10. That we have already known. -3 is 7. So directly you can say it is 2 by 10. Directly you can say that it is 2 by 10. Okay. This was the number 24. Okay. This was the number 24. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead first to this. Let me make this as 25 first. इसको 25 कर देते हैं. Suppose that a system contains a certain type of component whose lifetime is t years. The random variable t is modeled nicely by exponential distribution. With mean time to failure beta is 5. The probability that a given component installed on a system is still working after 8 years. It is still working after 8 years. Exponential distribution. The PDF of an exponential random variable is given by the formula lambda e power minus lambda x for x positive. It's an exponentially decreasing function. The mean and variance are calculated. Direct results for you. The mean is 1 by lambda. The variance is 1 by lambda square. Lambda is simply known as the parameter of exponential distribution. Okay, and this is the curve lambda e raised to the power minus lambda x. For x equal to 0, it starts with the lambda. One more important calculation here. इसको भी लिख देते हैं यहाँ पे हम. For exponential distribution, one more calculation onto which questions are very common. What is the probability that x takes the value greater than a? It is e power minus lambda a. Good afternoon, ABD. Probability x greater than a is e power minus lambda a. So if I have a look into this question, I've made this as 25. Suppose that a system contains a certain type of component whose lifetime is t years. The random variable t is modeled nicely by exponential distribution with the mean beta, right? Mean, okay, that is 1 by lambda. Here is given to be 5. So lambda, the parameter is 1 by 5 because the mean has to be 1 by lambda. Okay. Probability that a given component installed on a system is still working after 8 years. After 8 years, right? And t years, and this t is exponential random variable. You need the probability that the component is still working after 8 years. Matlab the time, okay, the lifetime is more than 8 years. It is still working after 8 years. So whatever is the lifetime is greater than 8 years. T t greater than 8. What is the probability t greater than 8? What is the formula? Just now I told you. Probability x greater than a is e power minus lambda a. Right? Okay. It's the formula that you can derive using the integration of this function. Na? कैसे निकालोगे मैंने? Hey, what is the meaning of this? Probability x greater than a means probability a to infinity. Greater than a matlab up to infinity. And this is just like integration a से infinity lambda e power minus lambda x dx. Solve कर लो. Very simple integration. Solve and you will get this answer. I've just written the final value, है ना? So what is the probability t greater than 8? It is e power minus lambda a. Lambda का value यहाँ पे 1/5 है. A का value 8 है. T greater than 8. So a is 8. So this is e raised to the power minus of 8/5. Right. Let's calculate this value. 0.201. Approximately 0.2 is the answer turning up. 0.2. Approximately the answer that is turning up is 0.2. ठीक है? Right. All right. This is the exponential distribution with important highlights, and this was actually 28th in number. I've made it 25. So what I just want to add here is that, okay, guys, 31 questions were expected in today's session, but I am making it 25 questions. We'll stop here for today. Okay, we will stop here for today. Okay, we will stop here for today. Okay, because I think my finger also needs rest now. It's actually not allowed to move much, but it's already 2.5 hours. So I'll stop here for today. 25 questions, few questions of uniform and exponential. What you only need to do is practice some more question. Practice some more question of uniform and exponential. Rest, normal distribution, binomial. ये सब क्या क्या cover किया एक highlight लेते हैं. Right, what all you have covered till now? Okay, you have covered up the questions based on PMF? Yes. You have covered up the questions based on PDF? Yes. You have covered up the questions based on mean square value and variance, matlab all statistical types of question? Yes, you have covered them. Have you covered up binomial? Yes. We have covered up Poisson? Yes. We have covered up the very, very important normal? Yes. इतना पूरा cover कर लिया है. Right. Okay. Yes, see, only 6 questions are left. If possible, I'll plan part 2 also. Don't worry. Let me know अगर आप लोग का है. Right. Then coming to uniform and then coming to exponential. Then coming to exponential. Right. यहाँ से we have done just one question each actually. So आपको क्या करना है? Right. Your homework is practice more questions here. Practice more questions from here. Okay, that makes 6 questions remaining. Unfortunately, we'll stop. Right? ठीक है? All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. So it's still a very fruitful session, I believe, because in this entire session, almost, and that is why last में one question I have taken each, so that at least you are revised the theory of uniform and exponential. Rest you can solve up the questions. At least you know the very basic theory, but some good questions you need to solve from the uniform and exponential. इतना सिर्फ और करना है. Rest, probability distribution, I have, you know, if I talk about PMF, PDF, mean, square value, mean, binomial, Poisson, normal, everything is done. All variety. You just need to solve PYQs. No need to go for any workbook and all. कुछ नहीं है. Time नहीं है. If you are there with other syllabus pending for this topic, just complete the PYQ. यहां तक का PYQ कंप्लीट करना है आपको. That's it. It is done. You don't have to refer to any other book. पूरा कर लिया इसमें. Nothing, no other cases left. All variety of question, all cases are done. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. So we stop with 25 questions. Okay. So you see, this was 28. इसी को modify करके 25 किया. So it was going up to 31, but we'll stop here with 25. Okay, guys. So bye bye. Thank you. Stay safe and take care. PDF I'll share you tonight with the password protection. Password is already told somewhere in between. I don't know. You can just check it up. Okay. Yes, the agrees definitely. And others will plan similar sessions for you. Okay. If it is sometimes more questions, I'll earlier only split into 2 parts. Bye bye. Stay safe. Thank you. Keep preparing. Happy Sunday and keep preparing to the fullest. Time is very less and the heat, the inside heat should be very high right now. All right. Okay. I'll share it in my Telegram group. You can take it from there, Vinay.